And then this is a men's study, so I have to talk about real life situations that men go through, godly men. And he really began to care about a woman. And even though he's Christian, the woman was Muslim, right? And him and the woman, they hit it off. It was like a whirlwind romance. They really began to care about each other. They really began to want, he said this woman was incredible. But the problem was she was Muslim. And me and him talked about it. He was like, nah, man, I think I can, if I sit down and we're gonna go over this too a little later on and explain the scriptures clearly and break it down. I think she'll come on over, man. I'm thinking that. Right? So he said when they started to get closer and closer, and he felt that the relationship was about to go there, right? He said they were driving, and he said he pulled over. I'll never forget what he told me. I thought this was powerful. And then, brother, again, we're all just weak, sinful men. None of us are no superheroes here. But I just want to tell you what integrity really is. Integrity, it doesn't mean because you got integrity, you're not going to fall into sin. That doesn't mean that. But he pulls her over, and he said, listen, I told you I was a Christian. I said, you see certain things about me, you might not believe me at times, but I love the Lord. And if we don't get on one accord with Christ, this relationship is going to hit a wall. And I know it is. And this is before they got together. And the sister looked at him and said, don't worry about that. Everything is going to fall into place. It'll be fine. And they kept going together, and they end up getting together. They're not together now because the relationship hit a wall. And when it hit a wall, it was devastating to both of them, you know? But he knew it. We got to know these things, guys. You got to know that if you find yourself in situations as a born again Christian, that you know that if God is not behind it and if it's not in line with his will, it's going to hurt us down the line.